Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book Networking Like a Pro and creator of the popular program How to Expand Your Reach, Impact More Lives, and Get Your Message Out to a Wider Audience. Now, as you can see, I am on the move. I actually got El Nero here with us here today. I don't know if you can see him. Say hi, Nero. Hello, hello. Well, I don't know if that was actually him, but today I am really fired up because we are going to talk about three things that all higher paying clients have. I like to think of them as kind of like three characteristics that once you spot them, it will be like, oh my gosh, this will just make all the difference in the world in terms of being able to actually impact more lives and getting paid what you are worth. Because I will tell you, as a coach since 2001, when I first got started, man, it was just whew, it was so hard. I mean, I was going out, I was talking to people, I was talking about what it was that I knew. They were taking notes. I would talk some more, people would be taking more notes. And then it came time to actually, pull out their checkbook, and people were just like, oh, I can't afford you. Or, I was scattershot, I was underpriced, doing all of these things, and it just wasn't working. So today, what I want to talk about are kind of three characteristics that you want to absolutely be on the lookout for that will absolutely make all the difference in the world as it relates to being able to not only get some higher paying clients, but be able to do so without being pushy, salesy, or otherwise over the top. So the first thing you want to do is you want to be able to find somebody when you're talking to them, you want to be able to determine if they are coachable. All right. That is so, so important. So like when I'm having a conversation with them or a prospective client, when I am talking with them, I'm giving some different ideas. Like I'm really famous for giving different ideas that I know based off of the problem that they're facing that I know will absolutely work. And if they kind of give me this, yeah, what, as Deb likes to say, when they say, yeah, but, or they kind of give you the impression that they already knew what it was that you had just said and you knew that they weren't, that to me, in my mind, is not someone who's coachable. Conversely, if you do the same thing and you're like, hey, listen, have you thought about this or this? Or if you thought about this over here, and you're like, oh, that's a good idea. Or they're like, that's a good point. They're like, I actually have, there's one young lady down in Houston where when I talk to her, she's taken all kinds of notes. Obviously, she signed on. We've worked together 2 or 3 times. Okay. So first thing that you want is somebody who is coachable. The second thing is you want someone who is open to new ideas. Now, the first and the second are related, but a little bit different. So I can be coachable and I can be like, oh yeah, I'll listen to what you say, but at the same time, not be open to new ideas. I can just kind of be set in my ways. I can just kind of be like, well, this is what I do and this is how I've done it. So you want someone who's open to new ideas. Like I said, these first two are very related and I get them the same way. I figure it out the same way. When I'm talking to a prospective client or anything like that, I'm giving some new ideas. I'm giving some different ways of thinking about things, and I'm seeing how they respond, okay? And then last but not least, and this is, I actually just added this recently. I didn't realize I was doing it, but I think it's super important just to make mention of it, is are they willing to break their current pattern of doing things? This is huge. For all of the folks, coaches, we know this. People get into patterns. A lot of times people have a challenge in terms of actually getting out of their own way, right? And it's like, oh my gosh. And, Dean Graziani actually said this the other day. I was listening to a training. My girlfriend was on a training. I was listening to it. He said that the thinking that got you into a certain place is not the same level of thinking that's going to get you out of that same place. And in my mind, what he's talking about there a little bit is this idea of a pattern. Are you willing to break your current pattern? So again, all of these are related because if you're open to new ideas and you're coachable, then you're probably able to break out of your current patterns. But if you see somebody and you're talking to somebody and it feels like they're not really acknowledging that there's a problem, you give them some good ideas. I was talking with a guy about that a couple of weeks ago, and he was, terrible body language. He's, grabs a ball, starts leaning back and blah, 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 and I'm just like, okay, great, great. You're not coachable. You're not open to new ideas. You're trying to act like I need to impress you. I don't. I already know what it is that I'm talking about. And you want to have that same level of confidence too, so that way you're not chasing people all over the place, okay? So the 3 characteristics of somebody who is going to be a higher paying client: coachable, open to new ideas, and they're willing to break their current patterns. All right, so that's hopefully some good stuff that you can start using right away. And as a matter of fact, feel free to like, share, or comment below. As you guys know, I personally respond to all of the different comments that come out, and I would love to hear what you have to say. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, and that over there is Nero. Can you see him? That there is Nero the dog. He's trying to get in there. My name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.